Back in that prison trap for a second time in this match is Alexa Bliss, who has really struggled with the power game of Rhea Ripley, and the body of Alexa Bliss clearly hurting after War Games.
Oh!
That was a smart way out and an inadvertent collision from Rhea Ripley into Charlotte Flair after the one we saw in reverse a few moments ago.
Yes, the match started inadvertently. It was Charlotte who landed a big boot on Rhea, and now off the prison trap, forced into that corner, and it gets reversed as Rhea sends Charlotte off the apron. Would you look at Iyo Sky, the genius of the Sky, and now you see the teamwork. This for the win.
And Alexa Bliss is in a really, really bad way here. Of course, Charlotte senses it. And there seems to be no way out of trouble for Alexa, whose body is racked with pain. That might be the moment to buy yourself a little opportunity to get out of there.
Oh, trying to reach for Charlotte after that Meteora attempt. And instead, a massive right hand from Iyo Sky. And return fire from Alexa. And I think to your point that you made earlier, how much was taken out of our competitors with what they had to endure at Women's War Games, Wade.
Look at the left elbow of Iyo Sky right there. You can see tape on the knee of Rhea Ripley, the arm of Alexa Bliss. You don't get out of War Games unscathed, and here we go, Joe Tess.
How good is this going to be?
Those thawed relations we talked about a little earlier, I think they've iced back over during the course of this match.
They had settled their differences, and the trust was put forth after their face-to-face sit-down prior to Women's War Games. On Saturday night in San Diego, it worked out for Charlotte and Rhea. But the past is undeniable, and here they go. Two of the greats of this generation.
Forget the match they had at WrestleMania a couple of years ago in SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles. One of the greatest matches I've ever seen. That was one-on-one. It's tag tonight, but these two have really only had eyes for one another since that first bell rang.
Massive right hand, and then Ripley comes back with one of her own. Flair wants all of it. Ripley's willing to give it.
So few people can stand toe-to-toe with Ripley like this.
Flair chop. And another. Just listen to her. She can feel the momentum gathering.
And Rhea Ripley can feel a lot more than momentum.
Oh, the big headbutt.
Completely rocking Charlotte Flair, but immediately recovering. Nice.
Right to that top turnbuckle by Flair.
These two just know each other so well. They've studied each other as opponents in the past.
Oh! From down to up and delivering the kick. This is great stuff between Ripley and Flair here in Arizona. Wade, exactly what you would expect between these two.
Just a stalemate between two alpha females who completely run this industry when it comes to women's wrestling. Star power and ability does not get any higher. And it's Ripley who's able to tag out of there and get in the relatively, and I use that word loosely, fresh Iyo Sky.
Suplexes Iyo Sky as the legal member here of this team as she delivers the kick to Charlotte.
Every move of Iyo Sky is with a limp, with a grimace, and a little stumble on the ropes. Very out of character, tells you all about how the body of Io's feeling.
Oh! Out onto the floor! The genius of the Sky!
Running on pure adrenaline. Taking out both opponents here. And now in the drop zone has to be Charlotte Flair, not where you want to be against an aerial artiste like Iyo Sky.
So skilled, off the top rope, missile drop kick, but instead, Flair turns it around.
Well, Flair just rode that one out and completely turned it into this vertical Boston crab now. Stretching out the body of Iyo Sky, managing to kick away out.
Wow, look at Sky, shoulders are down. This is high-level skill.
Just turning defense into offense in the blink of an eye. And now moving like a blur is the genius of launch.
Oh, the strength of Charlotte Flair doing damage to win right here.
Once again, it's that power game of Charlotte Flair that made a massive difference there, and that was a nasty landing for Iyo Sky. He landed high on that neck, and the back of the head will be completely rocked by that impact. And Charlotte really has all the time in the world to gather her senses, catch her breath, come up with a game plan, because Alexa Bliss, her tag partner, is still down and perhaps out.
From women's War Games teammates with great respect for each other to now fiery opponents here, Rhea Ripley Iyo Sky against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, as both teams have stated their mission that they want to be in position to get the Kabuki Warriors to have gold. Of course, Charlotte and Alexa most recently were tag team champions.
All four of these women have been put through the meat grinder over the past 48 hours after the hell that was War Games, successful as it may have been for these four. And this match in and of itself has been brutality personified, and again the body of Rhea Ripley just giving out. You simply don't see that happening. Those are the effects of War Games.
Listen, the brutality that happened in San Diego, there's no denying what it has done.
Razor's edge.
And then the missile drop kick. What a combination. This for the win. And Charlotte survives.
It is so frustrating when you are feeling raggedy in there. Your body isn't cooperating with you, but you finally stick a big move like that, the double whammy, and it still doesn't get you the victory.
You can see that on the face of Rhea Ripley. She knows they just gave everything, looking for the riptide right here. Can she deliver the riptide on Charlotte Flair? Oh, what a turnaround counter DDT by Flair!
Spiked right on the top of the head, and now a recovered Alexa Bliss can put this one to bed.
What a moment by Flair. Oh, and now delivering again is Bliss. The teamwork. And somehow Ripley survives.
Well, Rhea Ripley has absolutely no clue where she's at, but this is why she is perhaps the #1 on planet Earth. That ability to dig deeper than anybody else. But it may be for naught now, because I think I know exactly what Bliss has in mind.
Could it be Twisted Bliss right here, right now?
Knees up!
Knees up! Knees up right into the gut of Bliss!
Perfect timing there from Rhea Ripley, recovered just in the nick of time.
Genius of the Sky misses. Oh, what a boot by Charlotte.
Well, Flair does not miss. And I think that was a tag too.
Oh, natural selection coming in. Could it be Sister Abigail? Bliss lined up and delivered.
Sister Abigail DDT after natural selection.
The save by Ripley.
And it had to be a save, Joe Test. That was over. Iyo Sky, as great as she is, was never kicking out of those two.
Oh, Charlotte hung up over the top rope, and the big clothesline drapes her over the apron and down to the floor.
Bodies getting wrecked before our eyes. Competition fierce in the tag ranks.
How about the pace and violence all of a sudden in the midst of this tag team match?
Well, all four women now smell blood. We know we are close to an ending here. Something has to give. Somebody has to drop, and it looks like it could be Alexa Bliss.
She escapes out the back door. Bliss was looking to counter with a DDT instead. Oh, now she's got Rhea lined up. But instead, the headbutt denies the Sister Abigail DDT, looking for riptide. Slams it down. Here comes the genius of the Sky. Moonsault lands. Charlotte Charlotte just took Rhea Ripley and sent her flying into everybody for the save.
That was just rugby scrum style there.